does it take to make a great film? A massive budget? A powerful studio? A global marketing machine? Or just a story and the determination to tell it? In this three-part series, we explore the history of independent film through 6 groundbreaking successes. Films that didn't just make money, they changed what was possible. These are stories of risk, innovation, and belief. What is an indie film? An independent film is, at its core, freedom. Freedom from studios, freedom from expectations, freedom to fail, but also freedom to create something new. Without that freedom, many of the films we're about to explore would never exist. Now, to understand indie films, we have to go way back. Before indie film became a movement, there was an underdog. A struggling actor writes a script about a boxer who gets one shot. He refuses to sell it unless he can star in it. The budget is small, the schedule is tight, but the story is universal. A nobody fighting for respect. It's America's bicentennial, 1976, and Rocky hits theaters on a budget of $960,000. The film has a worldwide gross of over $117 million. The film has garnered multiple awards, including Golden Globe, Best Motion Picture, DGA Award, Outstanding Directorial Achievement in Motion Pictures, Oscar for Best Director, Oscar for Best Film Editing, Oscar for Best Picture.
Congratulations.
The film becomes a phenomenon and proves something powerful. Even a small film can become legendary. And as we all know, Sylvester Stallone took that ball and ran with it. Now let's set the tone for indie films. There's no place better to start than with a rebel vision. In the world of independent cinema, few names carry the same mythic weight as Robert Rodriguez. A filmmaker, musician, editor, cinematographer, and storyteller, Rodriguez didn't just break into Hollywood. He kicked the door down with a homemade camera, a rebellious spirit, and a philosophy that would inspire generations of indie filmmakers. His story is not just one of success, it is a blueprint, a challenge, a declaration that filmmaking belongs to anyone bold enough to try. In 1992, Robert Rodriguez made El Mariachi for just $7,000. The number itself has become a legend, but the story behind it matters even more. Rodriguez funded the film in part by volunteering for medical research studies. He used non-professional actors, borrowed equipment, and improvised solutions to problems that would stop most productions cold. A guitar case became a prop. A town became a set. Limitations became creative fuel. Now, what El Mariachi proved was revolutionary. You didn't need millions of dollars to tell a compelling story. You needed resourcefulness. When the film won the Audience Award at Sundance and was later acquired by Columbia Pictures, it shattered the long-held belief that independent filmmakers had to, quote, wait their turn. Rodriguez didn't wait. He made his own opportunity. Now, Robert Rodriguez didn't just make films. He documented how he made them. His book, Rebel Without a Crew, became a manifesto for aspiring filmmakers. In it, he outlined his now famous philosophy. Creativity, not money, is used to solve problems. This idea became foundational to indie filmmaking culture. Robert Rodriguez encouraged filmmakers to wear multiple hats, directing, shooting, editing, composing, long before it became common practice in the digital age. He rejected the traditional studio hierarchy, proving that a filmmaker could retain control over their work by learning every part of the process. Today, this approach is standard among indie creators, YouTubers, digital storytellers, but Rodriguez was one of the first to champion it on a large scale. As some may know, Robert Rodriguez was also an early adapter of digital filmmaking. While many directors clung to traditional film, he embraced new technology as a democratizing force. With films like Once Upon a Time in Mexico and later with Sin City, he demonstrated how digital cameras, green screens, and non-linear editing could dramatically lower production costs while expanding creative possibilities. Now, this shift had a ripple effect across the industry. Digital filmmaking removed barriers. Suddenly, aspiring directors didn't need access to expensive film stock or studio infrastructure. They needed a camera and a vision. Robert Rodriguez didn't just follow the digital revolution, he helped to lead it. Unlike many indie filmmakers who transitioned fully into the studio system, Rodriguez carved out his own space within that system. He founded Troublemaker Studios in Austin, Texas, far from Hollywood's traditional power centers. Then he built a creative hub where he could produce films on his own terms. This move reinforced another key lesson. Independence isn't just about budgets, it's about control. Rodriguez proved that filmmakers could operate outside the Hollywood machine while still achieving commercial success. His films, from Desperado to Spy Kids, combined indie ingenuity with mainstream appeal. He didn't abandon his roots, he expanded them. The influence of Robert Rodriguez can be seen across decades of filmmaking. His success helped legitimize the idea that indie films could be commercially viable. His methods inspired filmmakers to pick up cameras, start creating, without waiting for permission. Directors across genres cite his work ethic, his DIY philosophy, and his willingness to experiment as major influences. His approach also foreshadowed the rise of content creators in the digital age. Individuals who produce, edit, and distribute their own work independently. In many ways, Rodriguez predicted the future of filmmaking before the tools even existed. Today, independent filmmaking is more accessible than ever. Smartphones shoot in 4K, editing software is widely available, distribution platforms are global. The core philosophy that drives indie filmmaking, the belief that anyone can tell a story with the tools they have, can be traced back to pioneers like Robert Rodriguez. His legacy is not just in the films he made, but in the doors he opened. He showed that limitations are not obstacles, they are opportunities. That creativity thrives under pressure. The most powerful tool a filmmaker has is not money, but determination. Robert Rodriguez, the rebel without a crew, didn't just make movies, he rewrote the rules. And in doing so, he gave a generation of filmmakers permission to do the same. Join us for part 2 as we explore 2 of the biggest indie films and influences of the 1990s. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.